Well, the nominations for the 67th Grammy Awards are in, and women are dominating the biggest categories. Pop powerhouses like Taylor Swift, Sabrina Carpenter, Beyoncé, all nominated for Record, Song, and Album of the Year.
Yep, Beyoncé, the Cowboy Carter singer, leading the pack with 11 nominations. She's keeping her record as the most nominated artist of all time. Bravo personality and host of the Shaken and Disturbed podcast, Daryn Carp, is here now with everything we need to know about the Grammys. Daryn, always great to have you.
Missed you.
Jacket. Come on.
It's Grammy time.
And the
Beatles are up, so I had to wear my Beatles jacket.
Well,
of course.
We'll get to them in a moment. Let's start with the night's biggest award, Album of the Year. Who's up for it?
I mean, we have a lot of competition for Album of the Year. Cowboy Carter, of course, she was snubbed during the CMAs, so there's a little bit of country talk there, but Beyoncé is now reigning queen once again. For Album of the Year, we've got Chappell Roan up for it. Sabrina Carpenter is up for it. So there's a lot of, as you can see, Charlie XCX, we have huge female artists going on there. Andre 3000 is also part of it. So it's going to be really tough competition. That's what's going to be insane if Beyoncé actually kind of does win, because I feel like the competition's really
strong
this year. Yes.
Can we stay there, though? I want to just sort of catch some of our viewers up on the controversy there, because Cowboy Carter, as you mentioned, snubbed at the CMAs, and there was a lot of talk, right, among country music fans, country music artists. I remember Luke Bryan basically saying, like, yeah, but, like, come kick it with us, right? Like, if you want to kind of play in the space, come kick it with us on the off hours.
A little bit.
Right. So what was some of the controversy, and what are fans saying now that the Grammys have sort of spoken, the people have spoken?
You know, there is a kind of a huge divide, I think, among the public of, like, the CMAs, which feels very, like, inclusive, certain country things, certain things going on. You have to kind of hit that mark, which Beyoncé doesn't. She's not really one of those gangs. She's an entertainer. She's a pop star. She's so many things. This isn't
boundaries.
She crosses boundaries. This isn't to take anything away from her, but I feel like country is so precious in this country specifically. It's kind of like our rock and roll that I think they just are a little bit more inclusive, and exclusive, actually, of her.
Or gatekeeping, essentially.
Very, very gatekeeping. And I think once you allow one artist who's kind of done that, then I feel like it's just opening the category for so many people. This kind of reminds me of The Bear being nominated for comedy. And everyone's like, it's not, though.
Great analogy.
It's not. So that's kind of what it feels like to me. But the Grammys have spoken.
All right, well, let's talk some other people that the Grammys have spoken about. Kendrick Lamar.
Yes.
His track, Not Like
Kendrick
Us.
Lamar,
This track,
a.k.a. This is, no.
They not like us. They not like us.
They are not.
Not at all.
Nominated for Record and Song of the Year.
Yes.
Is Drake up for anything? Are we going to see some Kendrick Drake beef at the actual event?
We might. I mean, at the event, you never know. I'm assuming Drake will be there, but I don't really know. You know, this beef actually started back in the spring, in like March. They were feuding online. They've had
a little earlier, girl. Wasn't even a little bit earlier.
Yeah, I mean,
it's way back.
Well, that's the thing. I feel like every rap feud involved Drake, and Kendrick just kind of came out with this diss track, and the internet decisively said that Kendrick Lamar won this battle. So I think Drake might be eating his words a little bit, given that Kendrick was just nominated for Record and Song of the Year.
The lyrics are pretty strong.
And it was boppy. Like, when you do a diss track and you put it to that kind of summer anthem, that's diabolical work.
Yeah.
Because then you've got the people actually dissing you for you. Yes, exactly.
Right? Like, that's a little wild.
Morgan, you might be up for a little Grammy soon.
You know what?
I'm just saying.
Don't catch me in my off hours.
Let's do it, yeah.
Best New Artist of the Year, you talked about how sort of, like, close that category is. Who should we be looking at?
I mean, oh gosh, Sabrina Carpenter, Chappell Roan, I think those were really like the summer hits. I mean, Sabrina Carpenter has been everywhere. Has been everywhere, but for this past year with Please, 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 Espresso, she has really come into the fold here. What I was a little surprised about is one of my favorite artists, Khruangbin, was actually nominated for Best New Artist, but I've been listening to Khruangbin for at least like 5 or 6 years. So
not as new to you?
Not as new for me, but I'm kind of hoping they take it just
the early wave.
Exactly. I was on the early wave, girl. Let's go Beatles for Record of the Year.
Yes, all right.
You heard it here first, folks. Daryn, we love it when you come join us. Thank you so much.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.